So guys, I got the head off, which was a bit of a pain, but here it is on the bench. Everything looks pretty good block wise. All the cylinders still have the cross hatching and everything, so that is great. I got to clean up this head surface here and get it ready for the new head gasket and head studs. But today what I'm doing is I am porting this head to match the M50 manifold. What I've done is I have 3D printed this little thing here. Basically, it's a template that matches the M50 manifold, and I will be using that to gauge where I'm going to be grinding on the head along here. Because the M50 manifold has slightly bigger runners. If you look, pop this on here. Get. You can see how much I have to take out to make the ports match. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'm gonna get on that right now. If you guys want me to 3D print you some of these for your projects, go to our store, www.rforcearmy.com. I'll post them there, and yeah, I can print them out for you guys if you request them. So let's get started. So guys, I got all these ports ported out. It was pretty straightforward. With the template, it worked really well. Just put the template on there, line it up, and then port out the sides to match up for the new manifold. That's pretty sweet. The other thing I had to do too, which you can buy from Seems Legit Garage, but I didn't do it. I just did it myself with my own caps that I had, is all these ports right here. These ones have to be plugged because they're not used on the M50 manifold. So what I did is I got a tap, this guy right here, which is an M10 by 1.5. I tapped these out, and then I got these plugs that match that tap. Let's see if the camera will focus. Got these little guys here and capped them. So I got one more to do down here, and then this head's pretty much good to go. I'm gonna clean all the surfaces and everything. And then we're gonna move on to cleaning the head surface, get this all dialed. Then we gotta put the head studs in, split the head gasket, and get it ready for the decompression plate. And we'll be continuing on. Another thing I wanted to mention, if you guys are doing this swap, or you know how the E46 exhaust bolts are or studs are kind of expensive from BMW and kind of annoying to get because they're a special fine thread. One thing I found is that if you have a parts car kicking around or go to a junkyard or whatever, the intake side, these studs on the intake side actually match the exhaust side. So what you can do is go to a junkyard or wherever and pull these studs, I'll show you here, pull these studs out of the intake side and use them on the exhaust side. So that's kind of neat. Just a little tip for you guys. So I started cleaning the head, almost got all the old gasket material off. That is the first step I gotta do before I start putting the head studs in. Took the harmonic balancer off. This is pretty dirty down here, so I'm gonna take all these bolts out that are all in here and then throw this piece in the parts washer, get it cleaned up, and then make sure this is all nice and clean before I continue on and vacuum out all the little pieces that got into the water jackets and stuff. Let's do that now. So in this part of the video, what I'm doing is I'm marking out the positioning for the oil drain for the turbo. It goes into the timing cover, as you can see. What I got to do is make sure that it's in the right position and center. So that's what I'm doing here. And then you can see my cruel attempt of trying to drill it out. Anyways, I got it done. All right guys, so I got the oil drain put into the timing cover. As you can see here, it's just temporarily in there. I still gotta put some Loctite on there and get it in properly. But that's where it sits. It's pretty cool actually how it works, because the oil comes down from the turbo into here, and then the timing chain actually produces a scavenging effect that pulls the oil out of the turbo. Pretty fancy. Anyway, so that's out of the way. That's done. Here's the decompression plate. What we gotta do is we have to split this 3-piece head gasket and then put that in the middle. So that's another thing that's on the list of things to do. I've got the head all clean, so this is all good. I checked to make sure that it wasn't warped. Everything's mint there, so that's a good sign. I got all the holes plugged, ready to go. Now this is all taken apart. I'm gonna clean up all in here, get this all done, and then we're gonna put in the head studs. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I do this in my spare time. I'm trying to eventually do it for a living. That is the goal. So if you guys wanna see more, please subscribe, share with your friends, and thanks again for watching. Have a good night.